Hey YouTube, this is Admin from Bear Flag Trading Company. It's been a little while since we've put any videos of substance up, holidays and all. Enough of the excuses. Let's get on to some of the activities I've been doing. Videos haven't been coming up, but obviously I've still been prepping. So, my girlfriend and I went up to a local swap meet and started cruising around, and I came across this pressure cooker made by National back in the day. Inquired how much. The guy wanted 20 bucks. I talked him down to 10. The seal isn't all that great. You might lose a little pressure, but I haven't fired it up yet to test it. Pressure gauge, relief valve. Inside was the bottom plate, so you could set jars straight on it if you're submersion canning, or it's got the rack in it so you can easily pull jars out. So I'm eager to fire this thing up and see how it's doing. While we were there at the swap meet the same day, we found a huge booth with books and decided to go in and peruse. So the first book I noticed was Cooking with Home Storage. It looked brand new. Tons of recipes in there with typical items that people would put back for storage purposes. So I grabbed that one. The next book I found was Prescription Alternatives. This book here, again, looks really new, but the binding's splitting a little bit. But anyway, tons of alternatives for prescription needs in it. So I'm looking forward to going through this book. These gardening books, this one happens to be California. I find really helpful when I'm planting and trying to grow items that I've never grown before. In it talks about what regions this item, this is an olive tree, will grow best in. It tells you temperatures, the amounts of water, whole 9 yards, to include, what side of a hill you should plant it on if you're on a hill. pH of the soil, tons of great information. And again, this one deals with California, and it's just the Gardener's Guide. They make them for every state. Great book to have. This book is entitled Roots, Shoots, Buckets, and Boots. Activities to do in the garden. And I actually found some useful information flipping through it. Not exactly sure how applicable it's going to be. A lot of it has to do with planting items to make your garden more pleasing than practical. But there's some practical information in here as well. So I'm looking forward to going through this book. The last book I found was Let Freedom Ring: The Words That Shaped Our America. And I perused through it a little bit before I decided I wanted to buy it. And a lot of great quotes, a lot of great stories. This one here that I happen to be open up to is the Articles of Confederation. So, a good reference to have. Very patriotic book, and I think, it'll be a Sunday read on occasion. So let's sum this up. 1, 2, 5 books total. So I take these up to the lady working the booth and inquire as to cost, and I walked away with these 5 books for 10 bucks. Great steal. So 10 bucks for the books, 10 bucks for the pressure cooker. One of the next things I've done here recently, is on the Bear Flag Trading website. We have the classifieds, and I had some scope rings mounted, and a gentleman contacted me, and we got to talking, and we ended up trading. He passed me this book. It's the Reader's Digest, Back to Basics, How to Learn and Enjoy Traditional American Skills. So I traded this book for the scope rings, and this book is phenomenal. I do not know how I didn't know about this book, but I'm glad I do now. I'm glad I have it. For those of you that might not know about it, great reference. Tons of information in this on traditional American homesteading skills. I just flipped it open, and we've got For food without fuss, try geese and ducks. There's information on keeping and butchering rabbits, measuring the flow of water in a stream, how to hook into it for power purposes, building a log cabin, splitting wood, quilting, skinning game, cooking, gardening, handcrafted furniture, solar ovens. I mean, just a wealth of information, and I'm eager to go through this. So this is what I'm going to do. With these books here, as I read them, I intend on doing a book review and posting it on bearflagtrading.com. With this book here, I think some of the skills I'm actually going to put into play and do videos for YouTube. And then when I get through the book, I will post a book review on bearflagtrading.com as well. But this was a great find, and it cost me nothing, and I made a friend, a fellow prepper, who actually lives just a couple cities away. So I was glad to have that at my disposal, and I really thank him for the book, and I'm sure he doesn't want to be mentioned, so I won't. But from bearflagtrading.com's classifieds, I got a great resource and a new prepper friend that lives local. The next thing I've done, I don't think I've shown my shotgun, but I purchased a Mossberg 500 breacher model, and I added the side saddle, and I added the light with pressure pad, and the light is LumaForce. I've never had a LumaForce flashlight before, but I got the light, the batteries, the pressure pad, a thumb pad I can put on if need be, and the mount, and again pressure pad, I think I said that, for $60 at a local gun show down in Del Mar, California. And the funny thing is, I originally purchased it to put on my AR, and you know, as preppers do, we start rethinking things. Wish I would have bought two. It's now in my shotgun because my shotgun's out of the safe and by my bed every night as a primary home defensive weapon. So I'm more likely to need the light on it than my AR. Today in the mail, I'm really stoked. I purchased a single point sling for this shotgun that mounts in between the buttstock and the housing. So I'm going to put that on, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done here. But I found this from G&G. They are a tactical accessory company out of Arizona. You know, pretty pleased with the service. Ordered it online, and it came in a timely manner. First class U.S. mail, so shipping wasn't all that expensive. The piece looks great, not scratched up or damaged. I'm excited to put it on the shotgun here. So let me get that task done, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Alright, it's on. So it mounted extremely easy. A couple of screws to get the pad off, and then one long screw, obviously, or bolt rather, to get the buttstock off. Slips right on, bolts right back together. And now I've got a quick release on my shotgun for my single point, and I can also pull it off and transition it to my AR. And the one point fits everywhere, so one sling on me and I can change firearms relatively quickly. So to wrap things up, books at the local swap meet, a book in trade from bearflagtrading.com's classifieds, the pressure cooker, I'm eager to get that on the stove, see how she does, and the G&G tactical accessories single point sling mount for the Mossberg 500. They also have it for the 590, and they had a whole series for the Remington 870s as well. So if you are interested in a single point sling kit for your shotgun, give them a look. You can find a couple links on bearflagtrading.com. There's one on the homepage underneath the tabbed area, and then there's some links up in the classifieds forum. So again, admin, Bear Flag Trading Company, signing off.